Anybody? Like started to practical with EBS or something or the previous topic? No? Okay, yesterday EBS column, all of you got understanding? Or anybody have any confusion in that? Yesterday we discussed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So all of you remember the steps, like what we have to do if you want to attach a new EBS volume. Like first we have to buy the EBS volume, right? Then we have to attach the EBS volume to this EC2 instance, and we have to make sure we are creating the EBS volume in the same availability zone, okay, in which our EC2 instance is there. So that was the first limitation. So today we are going to see the limitation of the EBS volume. So let me just type it here. So if somebody is asking you that what was the problem, right? Yesterday we saw the setup of the EBS volume, but what was the problem there? So the first problem is we can attach EBS volume. Okay, EBS can attach to same attached to EC2 instance present in same as okay. It should be present in the same availability zone. Okay, so that was the one basically a problem there. Okay, because take an example, if one of our EC2 instance is running in 1A, okay, AP South -1A, okay, other is running in AP-South so -1B. Can you tell me that in this will our EBS will work? Like I want to share the data from EC2 instance running in 1A, okay, to the EC2 instance running in 1B. Will the EBS will help us in this case? EBS volume. What do you think? There is one EC2 instance running in AP South 1A availability zone, other is running in 1B availability zone. 1A, 1B is just like a data center, right? So somebody is running in 1A data center, somebody is running in 1B data center. Can we able to communicate with the same EBS volume? Yeah, somebody was saying something?
No, sir.
Yeah, no, because EC2 EBS volume is dependent on the availability zone only. And I given you the example that pen drive can be connected to the laptop, which should be physically present. It is not like your laptop is present in the USA and your pen drive is present in the India and it will be connected. It cannot be possible. So exactly same thing we are seeing here. Okay. Once we got this problem, so this was the first problem. Second problem with the EBS is, can anybody think of that what is the other problem you are facing with the pen drive type of the concept? One is the we cannot attach it, right? If something is present differently. Any other thing you in your mind it is coming? EBS can connect to only one machine at a time. Okay, that means you can attach a pen drive to only one laptop at a time, right? If I want to share the data from the pen drive to the 100 laptop, can I do it? Okay, parallelly? No. First, we have to install it in the first laptop. Then I will copy the data. Then again, I will plug that pen drive in the second laptop. Like this way, 100 times we have to do. So these two were the problem. Okay. First, it can attach to the EC2 instance which is present in the same availability zone. Second thing, it can connect to only one machine at a time. So to solve these two problems, there is another storage type that is the EFS, Elastic File System. Okay, Elastic File System. So anybody here heard about the file-based storage? Like anytime you saw or any example, have you heard about file-based storage or network-based storage? NAS? Never heard? Network-based storage?
No, sir.
Okay. Network-based storage, I did not heard about it. Okay. So take an example. Okay, have you seen the router with the USB port? Router with USB port. Have you seen it? See, we are seeing this type of the router, right? And where they provide the USB port. Do you know like what is the use case of this? Anybody? Router, all of you seen, right? All of you know what is the router. Or anybody here who don't know what is router?
To connect network.
Yeah, it is sharing the Wi-Fi, internet, everything like that with the LAN cable or wirelessly like that, right? So in some of the router, we get the USB port also. Like what is the use case of that? Do you think like any other use case, like they are just giving it to charge your mobile phone or something like that? No.
To I think to connect LAN.
With the USB port, you can connect the LAN. For LAN, we have the LAN port, right? They give the LAN port also separately now, like this. This is the LAN port. We are talking about this one, USB port. Getting this? Okay. So USB port is basically helping us, okay, to connect any pen drive or hard disk. So take an example, if somebody inserted a pen drive to this USB, okay, what will happen? So all the mobile phones, all the laptop, all the tablets, whatever the devices you connected from this router, okay, all are going to access that data that is written inside the pen drive. Basically, this router, what they are doing is they are taking the data, they are reading the data of the pen drive and they are sharing it all the devices connected to your router. Okay, so if there are 100 devices connected to your router, all the 100 devices can read the data from the same pen drive file in a single go. And this thing we say it as a network based storage. Got it, all of you? Okay,
Yes.
like you are just plugging a hard disk here and all the devices present in your home, okay, can access the data. This concept we see it as a network based storage. Okay, it works on the NES protocol, or you can say NFS, network file system. In the colleges they use it mostly, okay, where they want to share the data with all the students in a single go. So in the college, okay, hostels, building, or the college offices, everywhere they implement this type of the storage. Okay, like if they want to share the data from one lab, college lab to another college lab, right? So in that way they will do it using this. So there will be a centralized storage will be there. This is just like a storage data or not bigger hard disk you can think, and from that hard disk, which is all the laptop is connected, all are going to read and write the data directly to this server. Okay, and router, like current router, whatever the new model of the router has started to came in the market, they come up with this functionality by default. Previously, we have to spend money, especially for buying the NFS server that is so costly. Okay, and then only you can use it. But in the today's world, anybody can buy a simple router like this, where you are getting the LAN cable also, where you are getting the USB port also. And if laptop this router is having the USB port, so they will give you the NFS share type of the thing by default. Okay, so this is the benefit here. So there are so many routers you can see in the example. Maybe in your home as whatever the router you are using, it is having the USB port, everything. That means you can connect. Okay. So this is the thing. So this is the thing that we are discussing. Okay. So basically, rather than saying it NFS, okay, we say it as a ESS, but the work is exactly same. NFS full form is network file system. EFS full form is elastic file system. Since this is services owned by the AWS, that's why they change the name with E. Okay, AWS starts all the services name with E only, elastic only. Like EC2 instance, full form is Elastic Compute Cloud. EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Similarly, EFS, Elastic File System, like that. So NFS full form is network file system. So if you use directly in the Linux or something, so it will be used as the NFS thing. Okay. But this NFS is using a technology. That technology name is NAS. NAS. Okay. Network Administrative Service. Okay. So if you search for NAS, I think I don't remember the full form. A server full form. Check. Basically, people see it as a NAS only. Yeah, network attached storage. So this is okay. So NAS is just a protocol, okay, which is helping us to attach the storage on the network itself. So all the devices connected to that network will access the storage. So if we are able to implement this, okay, our problem will be solved. Okay, these two problem will be solved. Because first problem was to it can connect to only one machine. But if I'm going with the EFS, okay, Elastic File System based thing, So I said to you, if there are 100 devices connected to your router, all the 100 devices is going to access. Okay. So similarly, if all the EC2 instance is connected to that particular machine, okay, so they will be able to access the data. So the second problem got solved. First problem is it can attach to the machine which is present in the same availability zone. But EFS say that I can connect to all the machines. Just make sure all the machines are present in the same region. Okay. So take an example. There are four buildings. Basically a building with four story. Okay, right. Four different floors are there. Okay. So previously, what pendrive was saying is, or EBS volume was saying is, if you want to connect, okay, so if your laptop is present at the third floor, so your pendrive should be also present at third floor. Then only we can connect. Okay. Similarly, EFS say that it doesn't matter your pen drive is present at the third floor, your laptop is present at the first floor. If you are inside the same building, and entire in the same building, we have the network connectivity, right? All the laptop are connected to the same internet in the entire building. Either you are from the first floor, second floor, third floor, everybody is using the same router for network connection, everything. Okay. In that case, everybody can use it. It doesn't matter. Your pen drive is at the first floor, second floor, third floor. If you are connected to the same internet, I will be able to share you the pen drive data or the hard disk data. Okay, so this two problem was getting solved by the using of EFS. So hope this is clear. What EFS is helping us. Okay. Now once you got this, what EFS is going to do. So to create the EFS, simply you have to search for EFS here, Elastic File System. Click here, manage file storage for EC2. And again, EFS, you can access it from the EC2 instance itself. In my case, I already have one EFS. So let me first delete it. Meanwhile, it is getting deleted. Let me create a file system. Okay. And I am giving the name something like my test EFS, something like that. Okay. And I'm connected in the same VPC. Let it be default only. VPC part will understand later. Okay. During our Terraform lecture. But just the name you have to give it and simply click on create. And a new file system with the name my test EFS got created. Okay. But you saw that when I was creating the EBS volume, they were asking us the storage, right? That how much storage I require, 1 GB, 2 GB, 100 GB, right? 200 GB like that. But EFS volume did not ask for the storage, right? How much storage I require. Automatically, they given 6 KB of storage or something like that here and there. So total size is 6 KB. Okay. So whenever you create the Elastic file system, they don't ask you for any storage or something, how much data you want to store. They will never going to ask you, okay, in the AWS. So once this file system is created, simply click on this. Okay, you have to go inside this file system and let me duplicate this page. Okay. In this page, I am going to some EC2 instance page. Okay. So this is the EFS. They are saying currently your size is 6 KB. Well and good. Okay. If I'm going to the monitoring section, so these all are the basically the monitoring utilization currently. Okay. Once again all the data everything will start to store, they will be able to store it here. Okay. So this is a thing. Basically, this is just a monitoring type of the things where you can see how much utilization people are using it or not. Okay. Then you have to go to the access point setting. Okay. Not access point, basically network. Okay. In the network, you are seeing that currently it is in the creating state. You have to wait. Okay, so what they do is in the Mumbai region, there are 3 data centers there. So you can think Mumbai is a building. Okay, and these 3 availability zone are basically what? They are the 3 different floors. Okay, previously what was happening was your EBS volume should be present in the same floor. Okay, like in 1A itself, then only it can connect to the EC2 instance at 1A. But now they are saying if you are in the same building, Mumbai is a building. Okay. In that there is a 3 floor. So you can connect to all the 3. Okay. So it doesn't matter your EC2 instance is running in a 1A or 1B, you will be able to. And see, they are just creating it. Let's wait. Now see, it's become available. Once it's become available, they are saying if you want to connect, right? If you want to connect, like if your EC2 instance is present in 1A, then you have to use this IP address to connect to this storage. Okay. If your EC2 instance is present in 1B, then you will be using this IP address, okay, to connect to this particular network. And if your EC2 instance is present in 1C, then you have to connect to this IP address. Okay. And who can connect to this? The person who is having this security group access. If your EC2 instance is having this security group access, then only they can connect. Okay, default. So up to here, is it clear? We created a EFS, okay, just by giving the name. We came to the network section, we waited until all becomes available. Now it's become available. Up to here, any confusion?
No, we are good.
Okay.
No.
Now you know what is the use of the DNS. Okay. So see, DNS is basically helping us to get the IP address. Okay. So take an example. When I will suggest you, if all of you can open the CMD, just open the CMD, okay, in your laptop, okay, and just you have to run a command here. What I am running, okay, just see the command nslookup, okay, nslookup space, then you have to write www.google.com, okay, just you have to write it. Open the command prompt, okay, macOS people can open the terminal and just write this command nslookup space www.google.com, okay, and then just press enter. And tell me that are you getting the same IP address or some different IP address? When you are searching for the www.google.com, this is just a DNS name or domain name. Okay. So are you getting the same IP or different IP?
Yeah, getting same IP. Sorry,
Getting
different.
different IP,
Different.
right? What about others? Different only?
Different only.
Yeah, that means all of us are connecting to the google.com only, right? All of us are hitting the www.google.com only. Okay, and all of are going to see the exactly same website. Okay, but somebody landed to some different server, somebody landed to different server. I landed to this server. Okay, so even whatever the IP address is showing in your case now, just copy that IP address, just copy that IP address, this one. Okay, just copy it and come to the browser and just paste this IP address here like this and press enter, and let's see what happens. See, I automatically forwarded to google.com. Just check in your case also. If you are writing the IP address also, you are automatically forwarding to google.com. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So that means all are coming to the same website, but the way of coming is different because different IP addresses there. Somebody is located in some different locations, somebody is located in some different locations. Exactly same thing is happening here. So if your machine is 1A, you have to use this IP. If your machine is in 1B, you have to use this IP to connect. If your machine is 1C, you have to use this IP to connect. And if you are so lazy or something, you don't want to remember that different IP or something, then just remember a single DNS, www.google.com. I can open the google.com by writing this IP address also, okay? But I can use it www.google.com only, and people use it that only mostly, right? www.google.com. How many people use the IP address to open? Okay, but I can open from the IP address also. So that means if you are don't want to remember the IP address that for every different machine I have to use the different IP. In that case, just copy this DNS name. This is a single DNS name. It is so intelligent that if somebody is going to connect to this DNS, okay, from 1A, they will find this IP. If somebody want to connect to this DNS from this 1B, they will automatically find this IP. Okay, either you can use this DNS to all the three cases, or simply you can use this IP also. So I'm going to show you both the way. Okay. So this is the first thing. Once this is done, now we have to connect, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm starting two EC2 instance, one in 1A. Okay, this machine I'm starting in 1A, and one machine I'm starting in 1B. So take an example. I'm starting this one, 1B. Or in another mode, I can start it. So this one I can start it. Okay, this is the one. Instance is good. Just give me a second. So one machine I started in 1A, one machine I'm starting in 1B. Okay, and you know, in the case of the EBS volume, I cannot attach the same EC2 instance to the 1A also and 1B also EBS volume. Okay, EBS volume can attach to the one availability zone only. But now there is two different availability zone. I can do the running here. Let you understand. So this machine is running in 1A. This machine is running in 1B. Now let's connect to first to the 1A machine. Okay. And before connecting, what you have to do is you have to remember I said you that who can connect, right? Who can connect to this EFS volume? The person who is having this security group enabled. Okay. So if you'll come here and if you'll go in the security section of this machine, so there is no security group with that particular name is there, default one. Okay, I selected this instance in the security group. There is no security group with this name, default one. So we have to add that security group, then only it is going to work. That I will add it later, but let me just show you. Connect. I'm connecting to this instance from the browser itself. Okay. Now become the root user. Clear it all. So we have so many drive yesterday we created. Take an example. I am creating a directory here with the name called pen drive. Okay. You can create the directory with him. Pen drive directory is there. Currently, is any disk is connected mounted to the pen drive location? Nothing is mounted. Okay. We are seeing that only 8 GB storage is there. That's all. There is no any other storage than that, right? And we are not attaching this machine with manually. So even in the fdisk-l command, if I try to write, so only one hard disk is connected, that is 8 GB only. Okay, because we don't have the pen drive. We are talking about the network disk storage. Okay, so let me clear this all. df-h, currently there is nothing is connected, no storage other than 8 GB. And if I am saying here that we already have a directory with the name pen drive, if I want to connect, I will simply say I want to mount. Okay, this machine is running in 1A. Okay, so if this machine is running in 1A, either I can copy the IP address or I can copy the DNS. Let me first show you the use case of the DNS. Copy this. And if I try to write the command here, nslookup, can you find the IP address of this? So what IP address they are printing? 35.197. See, 35.197. But again, let me connect to the EC2 instance, second EC2 instance. This one. This is volume 1. Exactly same command I am going to paste it. Okay, ns lookup this one, but you'll see that different IP will come. Clear it all. See 11.121, and you will see that 11.121 is for the 1B. Okay. So if you are going to use the DNS, you can use it. Okay, automatically they will adjust which IP they have to use. Okay. So take an example, if somebody is connecting to the IP address, just copy this IP address. Okay. Come to this machine. First I'm connecting to the 1E machine and I will say I want to mount this network, okay, to the pen drive directory. That's all. I'll press enter and see they are in the stuck mode. They are not connecting. Why they are not connecting? And they will be keep stucking. After some time, you will see that it is going to say I am failed to connect like that. Let me manually close it using the control C. Why they are not able to done that? Because in this Ansible server machine, there is no security group attached with that name, default one. So I have to simply click on action, click on security, click on change security group. Here just search for the default one because that default security group is added. 5EF, verify 5EF. And simply click on add security group and click on save. Make sure both the security group as it double verify by clicking on the security button. Okay, default is also done. And since default is done, now again if I'm going to run this command again, so this time it will be done. And say it's connected. There is no any error. If I do df-h, so see they are saying one more storage got connected from this IP address. Okay. And the size is 8 exabyte of the storage, okay, in which you are using currently 0. This is empty, but whatever the data I am going to store inside this pen drive directory, okay, that is going to be stored where inside this network storage, because this pen drive location is connected to this 8 exabyte storage. Okay. Similarly, I am connecting to from this machine also. In this machine, already the security group is attached. I can verify it. This machine already added the security to it, so we don't have to add it. But in this machine, I am connecting with the help of the DNS. So I will just copy the DNS and I will say here I want to mount. Rather than giving the IP, I'm giving the DNS /, and we have the directory here. Let me just check what directory we have. Okay, we don't have a directory here. So first we have to create a directory with the name. Take an example, in this machine, I'm creating the name with the name called test center and mount and /, to the test center. So this is also connected to the same storage, 8 exabyte storage only. Okay. Now you know the interesting thing. We are connected to the same storage. Okay. From the different machine. Let me go inside the test pen drive. Okay. This is the location currently I am. Currently there is no data. Okay. Similarly here also let's clear it. This is the location I am currently, and there is currently no data. If this Ansible server machine is going to create any directory here, mkdir, I am creating the directory here. So where this directory one got created? Is this created inside this machine or in this elastic file system storage? What do you say? Is this created inside this machine locally or it is created inside this elastic file system storage?
Elastic file.
Yeah, so if it is created in the elastic file system storage and the same storage is connected to both the device, so here also if I do the ls, directory one will be visible, right? See that one is visible. Now this machine is going inside the directory one, okay, and they will create some file here like touch file one, file two, file two. So now the question is this machine will be able to see that same file? Yes. Let's go inside the directory one. We will be able to see file one, file two. That means we are using the same storage parallel. You can connect 100 machines, okay, and all are going to use the exactly same data. Like if somebody want to write the data inside the file one, that also you can do. Okay, if somebody want to store the date command output in the file one, file two, so that also we can do like this. So all the data we are storing. And if I'll do the df-h, they are saying that still you are using around zeros byte only because we did not store that much bigger data also, right? That's why it is zeros byte only. But they are giving you 8 exabyte of storage. Okay. Anybody know how big is 8 exabyte? No. Terabyte, all of you know, right? 1 TB storage, that means 1000 GB, right? So if we talk about 8 exabyte in terabyte form, terabyte is equal to 1000 GB. Okay, the terabyte itself is a bigger storage, right? But now if I am comparing 8 exabyte in TB, so it is equal to 8 into 10 to the power 6 terabyte. Got it? That how big this exabyte storage is? 8 into 10 to the power 6 terabyte. Okay. If you compare in the GB or something, so you can also see in GB it will be 8 into 10 to the power 9. Okay, so this is just a bigger storage, right? But AWS is not going to charge you for entire 8 exabyte storage. AWS say that how much storage you are going to use. Okay, like currently your metered size, it is just a build here, metered build. Okay, if I'm going to refresh this, let me check whether it increased or not. Currently it is 6 KB only. Let me just put some data here. So what I'm going to do is select a machine. Just give me a second. Let me do it. To save some data, what I can do is I taught you scripting, right? All of you remember that scripting, right? Nobody is saying. You don't remember the scripting? What happened to all of them? Let me just check. Let me change the open this. Set this file from the stage. Okay. Go to test pen drive. So cat file.txt. Yeah. So we have stored a high 100 times. Have you seen this? How this scripting is working? All of you. Remember, this is a scripting I taught you all, right?
Yeah.
So like this way we can decide, right? Now just I created a file. Okay, and now you will see the file size is around 6144, not 614, 300 bytes, something like that, right? So we have some size here. So like this way we can keep increasing. Like take an example, if I'm going back in this, okay, and if I'm going to write one more time, okay, again if I'm running one more time, okay, so what will happen? 100 more times I will be printed. 100 more times I will be printed, and keep writing it few more times here like that. Now see, by just writing a single script, I am printing 100 more times high inside that file. Okay. And I will show you that how many times it is printed there. So I run it so many times. Now let's again go inside the test pen drive. And if I do you size here, previously it was 300 something, now say 4200 size is there, right? That means it is written so many times. Okay. And if I'll show you also, if I'm going to say that how I can do is, yeah, take an example. I'm saying say 1400 times I read it. Getting this? Inside this file.txt, I is written 1400. Getting this? How we are able to find using the word count hyphen L. So as soon as I'm going to run that script one more time, okay, so 100 more times it is getting into. Okay. If I'm running it, so now from 1400 it will be 1500. Now it will be 1600. Now it will be 1700. Now it will be 1800. Let's again go inside the test pen drive and you'll add the count here. Okay. The previous is not coming. Just give me a second. Okay. Now see 1800 is there. And even if we'll do the size here, so size become 5400 or something. So now we increase the size. Okay. If I do the df now I think they will be still, it is 0 only. Why they are this much slow? Maybe up to 1 MB or something they are not going to show. Okay. That can be one thing, but here they will be definitely. Wait, let me log in it again. But whatever the size you are storing the data, right? Take an example in 8 exabyte storage, you are just using 5 GB storage, right? So AWS is just going to charge you for that 5 GB only, not for the entire 8 exabyte storage. So just keep that in mind. AWS will charge only for the storage which you are using it. Okay. And they are saying that somebody tried to write the data everything at that point. So they are basically saying is what is the IOPS everything. Okay. Still the meter size is 6 KB. Maybe they will update it later after some time. Okay. But we are able to store the data. We are writing the data from this machine. Okay. But even if I try to connect from this machine, I'll be able to see the data because we store the data inside the test pen drive directory with the name file.txt. Okay. So if somebody will go inside the pen drive location inside this machine, they will be also able to see the file.txt. And see, they will be able to see the exact same. Okay. So these things you have to just understand, and exabyte part, more explanation I given you here. This all are the experience of how we created the EFS volume, how we connected, how to attach the security group. Okay. And 8 exabyte equal to, so that calculation I showed you here. Okay. Like 8 bits equal to 1 byte. So you can compare. Okay. How much exabyte will be how much terabyte of that. And once everything is connected, you'll be able to access the data. Okay, and we can parallelly access the data in 3 different machine, 100 different machine like that. Okay, so EFS volume is helping us to connect to both EC2 instance at the same time. Now from the next class, we are going to understand about the web server everything. Okay, so before starting with the web server part everything, because this will be the actual practical part, okay, where we are going to start to how to create our custom images, how to launch the website, everything. Okay, so before that, I will just suggest you just try to practice at least EBS and EFS volume and try to complete it. Okay, before coming to the next class. Okay. Any doubt in the EFS part? Anything question coming in your mind? All good? Okay then.
Yeah.
Thanks all of you.